We're going to come in the house now with Zoe, and I always have her sit and calmly go through this front door. Okay. See how she's walking calmly with me? You need to make sure that this is what she's doing. If she even goes ahead of you a little bit, you can give her a little prompt like that to help her stay focused and stay next to you like that. See how I did a little left circle like that to close the door and she's next to me? Whenever you need to turn into her like this. Come on. And she's going to be next to you. Sit. Even if you have to make a right turn, make a left turn like that and she'll always be next to you. But if you turn right, you're going to have to pull her. She's going to swing out. That's what she used to do. And so you want to make sure that you're not doing that move anymore, but you're doing the move you just saw me do everywhere, in the house, out in public, wherever you are. When you're going to close the door, do a little left turn to go back, close it, and then keep going the direction you're going in. So we're going to do the stationing mat exercise here, and I always have her sit in front of it. She loves to do this little exercise, and it's very powerful because since she loves to go on that mat, if you are the one that releases her onto the mat, she has to have your permission. It makes you, in her eyes, be the leader. It's one of the things that we do to change the dog's perception of the owner. So she's sitting, I'm going to pat her chest and say, go to your mat, and down. She knows what to do anyway. And then she, good, gets a reward. Make sure you put the reward on the mat. So I'm actually, good, putting it on the mat and she takes it off the mat. Notice how she's not taking it out of my hand. I'm putting it there. When I start to withdraw, she takes it. So don't let her get in there and try to take it out of your hand as you're going down there. That's a lack of respect if she's doing that. So, see that? See how she's waiting? Good. Do it like that. I first just start walking to different parts of the room. And this is in my living room. And I always practice this in the living room where, good, or the main area of the house near the front door, because with most dogs that tends to be the area where most of all the activity is in the house, and people obviously are coming and going through the front door, knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell. So we always practice this. It's a main traveled area. And then what we do is we start going into other rooms. Once she can handle me walking around to different parts of the room and staying down, then good. I leave the room like I just went into the kitchen. As long as she's still there, when I come back, she gets a reward. If she gets up, I'm going to say no. If she doesn't go back down, I'm going to pick up the leash like this, put her back. Or if she's out here, go like that. If she leaves the mat, I'm just going to pick up the leash, walk her back like this. No, she's very jumpy still. And gently but firmly put her back. Only saying no, because you want to only say the commands once, and that first down that I said to her when I put her on the mat, that needs to stay for the next 5 minutes if need be. The less you repeat the commands, the more they're going to mean to her. The more she's going to know you're serious when you say it. So now that I can walk anywhere and I can even go over here and sit on the sofa, very often sitting on a piece of furniture is an invitation for the dog to come over to you. But she knows better than that because, good. The name of this game is no matter where I go, what I do, no matter what noises are happening, she stays on that mat and focuses. She has to focus to stay there, not pop up, gets rewards for it, and she's waiting for me to release her off there the appropriate way. There's only one way she leaves from that mat, and that's when I release her. Go back next to her and release her, just like we would be doing out in public. That's why doing this mat exercise makes for a super solid downstay. And all this stuff she's learning on the mat carries over to outside. We started doing this mat exercise since day one. She learned how to focus. She learned a great downstay here. Once she had it, then we started taking it out in public and doing it out there. And you see the videos at Home Depot, and you see in 3 weeks what this has led to. So it's a really fast, very efficient way to teach a dog a solid downstay in a short period of time and help her deal with distractions and stress. It's a great way to build up her tolerance to stress. Good. So now we've done all the simple stuff. There's a hallway back here, so I'm going to go behind her. There's a door right there, and this is always difficult for the dogs if you go behind them and disappear. Down. Just reminding her what I want her to keep doing. Going back here, closing the door, knocking on the door. It takes a lot of concentration to be able to handle that. Good. And that's hard for her to do, so I'm giving her a bigger piece for that. If she does something that's exceptional or does something that's harder than usual, give her a little extra, and that will make that more special. You don't want to be giving her big pieces of food for sitting, which she does all day long, and then give her the same size for something that she does that's a lot harder to do. You want to make sure that the reward is appropriate to what she's doing. So that makes her think, oh, this is a really special thing to do, and I need to keep doing it this way because I get big rewards for that. So now I'm going to step out of the front door and leave it open like that. Disappear and come back. Good. Good. Give her a reward for that. She can handle that. So now I'm going to close the door, and actually I want her to hear the doorbell very loudly, so I'm going to open this hallway door here because the doorbell's back here. You also will hear a few barking dogs. Good. So I'm going to step out here. I'm going to close the door, knock on the door, ring the doorbell. Also going to knock on the windows here. Oh, she's still there. See, she gets a big reward for this. I'm going to give her like triple reward, a few pieces. Good, because that was very exceptional. By the way, I'm using the Natural Balance lamb flavored, and she loves that. So you see now, in her mind, this is a game, and I'm trying to trick her to get up. And no matter what I do, she knows if she gets up, she doesn't get a reward. And all I'm going to do anyway is put her back, but she gets no reward. So why not stay there, get the reward, and then we're done sooner. And she gets, also it's just a great accomplishment in her mind that she's got this job to do. I'm orchestrating this, so this gives her somebody that's in charge, which all dogs need a leader. You've heard that many times, I'm sure, but nobody tells you specifically how to give that impression to the dog. If you've got all these things now that she knows how to do, all these games and all these exercises that we put on the video for you, if you're orchestrating her and doing all these things, you're leading her. You're helping her do her job. That's what she needs, giving her focus. And she loves doing that, so why wouldn't she just... Good. Always stay in a downstay because she knows what's going to happen. And she knows that if she makes a mistake and gets up, that she doesn't get a reward. So why even pop up? So what it does is it develops a really clear focus in the dog. And the byproduct of focusing at this level and continuing to practice over the weeks and months ahead is that this makes for a dog that's more stable, calmer, way more tolerant to stress, doesn't just become reactive and leap at people or other dogs without thinking. This will build up this fuse where you'll see now, before when she sees somebody or another dog, you'll start to see later on when you start practicing this and get good at it that she'll see somebody and she won't even do what she used to do. She'll be completely different. Or she'll hear something and she won't even react to it, because these kinds of exercises, especially the mat exercise, is what gives her a clear mind and develops, teaches her how to think and develops a big tolerance to stress, much greater tolerance to stress. Good, so that's all easy stuff now. She can do all that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a visitor arrive and show you how, if you're at home, how to practice with this mat. So I'm gonna release her off the mat. And then we're gonna do the next exercise. Okay.